Oh boy, the Marab and Jose Aldo fight, John. Oh man, yeah. So Marab did what I thought he was going to do, which is relentless pressure and spam the takedowns. That's what I said in my preview. I said he's going to spam the takedowns, and that's what he did. He didn't get one takedown though. Jose Aldo was, I mean, it was incredible to see him be able to defend those many takedowns. I
He
mean,
was not going down.
no, he wasn't, especially the one in the open mat where it wasn't against the cage where Marab just dived at him and still was able, he didn't go down. That was just incredible to me. The footwork. I mean, Marab said on the mic afterwards, like his footwork was insanely incredible, and it was like he didn't expect him to be that good at defending the takedowns. Jose wasn't active enough. He kind of just let Marab just hang there. And at some point in the fight, when he was getting held up against the cage, you saw it in his face. He was like, rolling his eyes, shrugging his shoulders, like this guy's not doing anything. Yeah, I agree with you, Jose. He's not doing anything. It's boring for a viewer to watch that, but you're in that situation. Get out. You have to get out of it. Like I don't. When it comes to judging, this is a rule that they don't give you points for defending a takedown. They believe that if you defend a takedown, that's your reward, is that you didn't get taken down. To me, it's kind of a little bit because if you're defending it like here with Marab, I forget, I forget the number right here. He was 0 for 16 on his takedown attempts in that fight. At some point, Jose has to get a little credit from the judges that he defended 16 takedowns. Now, yes, he's got to work out of those getting hung up against the cage, but he also defended all 16. So there's got to be a little credit for that. Jose just needed to be more active, and he wasn't. And you saw when he was going first and he was leading the dance, he was landing nice. But Marab just grinded it out and did what Marab does.
I
Uh,
felt I felt like early he was gonna win based off of the way he tried to set the tempo. He came
Marab,
out immediately. Yeah,
yeah,
Marab immediately came out, and I could tell he was gonna be the one controlling the way the fight would be played because of that
yeah,
aggression.
yeah, 100%. That, yeah. When you set the tone of the fight, yeah, it's going to be hard to get out of that. Now moving on to the co-main event, which, oh boy, John, what a weird, crazy fight that was. I tweeted at the time, that might have been the weirdest fight I've ever seen in my entire life. Um, so I'll speak on it, but I got to go to my tweets from last night because I was like, oh my God, with this fight. So it started off, you know, lukewarm. I believe right out of the gate, actually, because it was, I'm sorry, but like after these fights, it's hard for my mind to corral them because it was just so much emotion going in those fights and the crazy stuff happening. So I believe Luke shot for a takedown real early in the first round,
Hmm.
and Costa was able to defend it. But the full takeaway on this fight for me though, I was very interested that Costa decided to put. It seemed like he wanted to have Luke up against the cage, like he wanted to keep the fight there. That's never been Costa. Costa has always been like a swing and bang kind of guy. He's gonna headhunt and he's gonna try and take your head off. So I was very interested in that, and that was in the first round because then Costa went for a takedown, and it seemed like Costa wasn't fighting how Costa was before. Now going to that second round, both guys were shot after the first round. Those last two rounds, these guys were gassed. I mean, just go look at Luke Rockhold's body language. This guy at certain points during the fight was hanging his head over and putting his hands on his knees and taking deep breaths. It was insane. I've never seen that before.
He couldn't breathe out of his nose at some points too
No, yeah,
because
I
the
think he
blood.
broke. Yeah, he broke his nose in the first round, and you could see it was bothering him. I think I tweeted throughout the night, right, that when I started to see his body language, Luke Rockhold, that he didn't want to be in there. And I said that not his mentality, he didn't want to be in there. The damage he took made him not want to be in there anymore. Like you said, the nose, he couldn't breathe out of his nose. He was getting hit to the body a ton. He was getting hit to the head. He was gassed. It just, now, no, I'll dive in on Luke Rockhold. No. Let me finish on Costa and then I'll go to Luke because I got a lot to say about Costa. God, Costa. This fight should have been over in round 1. If Costa fights the way I know Costa was capable of, this should have been over in round 1. The pre-Izzy fight, Costa, he hasn't been the same the last 2 fights since he lost to Izzy. Pre-Izzy, Costa was a killer. He went for it. That Costa would have finished Luke Rockhold in the first round. Paulo Costa is not what he used to be. I'm sorry, but he's just not. I saw it in that fight. He wasn't a killer.
There were opportunities. I felt like he left on the
So
table.
many. There were so many times where Luke Rockhold,
Would turn
like
his
I said,
back.
he's bent over in front of you. He's turning his head with his hands. Like it was just so many opportunities where Luke is just exposing himself, leaving him wide open, and Costa just staring at him, not being busy enough. I was very disappointed in Costa's performance there. Now what I want to say about Luke. Luke showed a heart of a champion in that fight. Because like I said, the damage he took, it looked like he didn't want to be in there. But god damn it, man, did he freaking fight his ass off, though. He may not want to have been in there anymore, but he bit down on his mouthpiece, clenched his fist, and he threw. He landed multiple heavy body kicks. He landed a lot of heavy left hooks or straight left hands. A couple that rocked Costa a couple of different times. He stuck it out and he gave it everything he had. And for that, because he retired after the fight ended. Costa got the decision at the end. He retired after the fight, Luke Rockhold. Congratulations on a champion's career, Luke, and enjoy retirement. You showed a heart of a champion in that fight, and you didn't quit. And that's what a champion and a fighter is made of. So all the props to Luke Rockhold for that.
The comeback too.
Yeah, the comeback.
Massive abstinence.
I mean, the weirdest part, I do want to just mention before I move on to the main event, the weirdest part was literally the last couple of seconds of the fight where Rockhold gets top position on Paulo Costa and starts to wipe his bloody and broken nose all over Costa's face. It's not going to put any damage, but it's just like a F you to Costa. Like, here's my freaking, it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
My favorite were the clips where they'd show the replay and he would mouth F you, and then he will land a beautiful, I think it was a right hand straight to the dome. It was perfect. And Joe Rogan goes, "It's like this is out of a movie."
It is. It was insane. It was like a movie.